everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Happy Power Rangers Day. Today, August 28th, is the 26th anniversary of the first airing of the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, so I thought it was only fitting to go ahead and take a look at the Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Goldar figure. Just picked this up at GameStop today. My pre-order came in, and this is a GameStop exclusive, so I was very excited to finally get a hold of this guy. First thing we got to say is the packaging is beautiful. I think they are really crushing it with the artwork on these Lightning Collection figures. And the cool thing is the exclusives have kind of a solid color box motif going on with these, as opposed to the normal retail releases, which usually have a little bit of white mixed in. So very, very neat, very cool. Goldar looks fantastic. Absolutely love the packaging on these. You can see the sticker right there from GameStop. $22.99 is what this costs. So I'm going to go ahead and without any further ado, let's get him out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. So here's Goldar out of the packaging, and I have to say he looks fantastic. They did a great job with this. The gold coloring is on point. You have a little bit of extra gold kind of painted here on the skirt and on the shoulder pads. I will say about his wings, they're pretty heavy, but they are easily removable if you want the kind of MMPR Season 1 look. They're kind of a soft plastic, so if you want to take them off and just kind of have them like that, it's perfectly easy to do. The way the wing joints are, though, like, it's all soft plastic, and I'm assuming that was done to make them, you know, not easily breakable, but also a little bit lighter. But this joint here moves around pretty decently. But this joint here to kind of fold them is very tight, and it doesn't feel like it's a strong enough plastic. So it's really difficult to move. I'm actually not even going to do it because I'm really afraid of what's going to happen. But what I like to do is try to bring this in as far as you can and then spin them around, and you can see they just plug into these two holes on the back here. So you just pop them back on, and then once they're in, you can spin them up and down. And they clip in pretty decently. And once they're attached, I think they look pretty good. But I'm very nervous to try to fold them at this joint here, kind of where the green jewel is, just because they really feel like they don't want to move. Similar situation with the ab crunch. So he does have the typical like movement here in the upper torso, but he's also got like a lower ab crunch. But because of the way the armor is, it almost doesn't make sense to try to angle it down. And also it's very hard to get a hold of it to move it, and it's very tight. So I kind of don't want to touch the ab crunch at all, just because I feel like I don't want it to break. And also the way the armor is, there's really no room for it anyway. But he does look really good. You can see he comes with a sword. He has an effect piece if you want to slide that over the sword, which looks pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of these, as I've said in previous videos, but this one actually does look pretty good. You can see it's pretty much the whole length of the blade. It's a really nice purple color. So I like that a lot. But I like the look of the sword on its own. It's cast pretty much all in gray except for the red paint here for the jewel. And that is on both sides. Articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint, but because of the hair, it's a little difficult to move. You get some side to side, up and down, not a whole ton going on there. The shoulder pads do hinder the shoulder movement a little bit. You can kind of go out to the side, spin it around. You do have the bicep swivel. Two joints in the elbows. The elbow joints on mine were also very tight, so be wary of that as well. You do have that typical movement in the wrist, and you do get two alternative hands, kind of an open hand, and then a fist for this side over here. So you can kind of do like a taunt, maybe have him hold the sword in the other hand. I kind of like that. I might try that out later. Like I said, he has those 2 points of articulation in the torso. Leg, typical leg joint, you can go out to the side, you can go front to back, but again, the skirt kind of hinders that a bit. You do have a thigh swivel, 2 joints in the knee, and then the typical ankle where you can tilt it side to side But really, I don't feel like I need him to have like a ton of, like, I understand that the armor hinders the articulation, but it doesn't really bother me at all because he just kind of looks great and imposing just like this. I really just like the look of this. They really nailed the head sculpt. The face is painted very nicely. All the detailing and all the armor. Like you can see the male parts of the armor are kind of painted that nicer gold. Have some nice green here. You have his tail coming down and then just kind of clipped up into place that's not movable. So overall, I really like the look of him. And I'm not great at posing figures like I've said before, but he just looks good. I wish the wings could get a little bit tighter to the body, and they can a little bit, but that joint, because it's kind of a softer plastic, it runs the risk of just kind of popping out. The only thing I would really complain about is this wing joint. I wish that was a more solid plastic so you could move those up and down a little bit easier. But otherwise, he really looks good. I'm just really happy to have such a nice detailed Goldar figure to add to the Lightning collection because he just looks really, really pretty. I think they did a fantastic job with the sculpting and the paint, and the sword even all looks really, really good. So, yeah, I don't really have too much more to say about the guy. Bring that beautiful packaging back in. I definitely recommend picking this guy up if you can. I know with GameStop having the exclusive, a lot of people have had difficulty with pre-orders getting canceled. I pre-ordered mine in store, and then I went in today, and it was just on the pegs. And luckily, I got there before someone else tried to buy it, although they assured me when it was scanned, they would realize it was for me and it wouldn't be sold, but that's neither here nor there. So hopefully, if you want this guy, you can get a hold of him because he's really, really pretty and definitely an excellent collection. An excellent addition to the collection. Yeah, Hasbro's been knocking it out of the park, and this guy's really no exception. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.